Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 21 of L2PS2 here on the twitch.tv/PlanetSide2 channel. It is only 3 days away, technically less in hours from Christmas here on December 22nd, 2014. Today is going to be the kind of a winter holiday event / edition of the show. We're doing something a little bit differently. We've got some low light going on with stockings and trees and things, if I can move around the camera enough, in the holiday spirit over here. Yeah, without further ado, I'm ItZMuRdA, if that wasn't already obvious. If it's your first time tuning in or something like that, these are my four main characters. Been playing PlanetSide 2 since the original technical alpha some 2.5 years ago now, as well as PlanetSide 1. It's probably my favorite game of all time, with a lot of crinkles in the background. It's cat treats, that's more important to me. Yeah, so anyway, PlanetSide 1 since 2003 with the original beta from that. So been around for a while in the PlanetSide community, and happy to be. This show is normally based on, infantry training camp sort of, oh boy, cat and cats. Kind of tips and tricks and insight into the thought processes behind my decision making and whatnot, as well as just kind of an informal Q&A. I see all you guys in chat, so thanks for stopping by. If you have any questions, feel free to ask at any time. And runs every Monday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on the PlanetSide 2 Twitch channel. If you're interested, I also stream at ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV. Put the name in the chat if you just wanted to check it out. That's where I'm streaming most of the other nights of the week. And I will see most of you guys there. Also have some awesome giveaways coming up here for the holidays. Probably tomorrow night on my stream I will be announcing a little bit of that, when we're going to be doing giveaways. I'm thinking this coming weekend, the weekend following Christmas, we'll be doing some giveaways on my channel. So make sure you want to follow that if you're interested in those giveaways. Both on Twitter and on Twitch for that matter. So lots of awesome stuff to come over the next couple of days. More info tomorrow. Forcont, that is something that I could certainly do at some point. It's probably easier for me to do on my normal stream. If you want to remind me tomorrow or something like that, if you're around, I'd be happy to kind of display any sort of weapons or whatever like that as we go. But tonight I have a little bit of a different plan in store, and yeah, there are giveaways. I actually doubled up the giveaways tonight. I'm going to be giving away 2 polar bear decals, the shoulder decal with my logo on it, as well as an NS11CP, the platinum version of the carbine, and a NS Deep Freeze snowball gun. It is included in the holiday bundle, but I have one to give away by itself if you happen to not have it. What I'm going to do for tonight, a little bit different. I'm going to hop on one of these kind of low-level characters that I hardly ever play, and I wanted to attempt to kind of start at the beginning of the holiday directive and go through it, get as far along as I possibly can. I don't plan on or expect to be able to finish it in the less than an hour that we have here, since we'll be doing giveaways and stuff like that, and just kind of interacting with the chat, going a little bit slower than I would normally. But that being said, I did complete the holiday directive from nothing to full completion of the master tier in 56 minutes, I believe, on one of my characters. So it's definitely possible to do in under an hour, and certainly with just a few hours played or something like that. So I was going to run through it again from the very beginning, just kind of give my opinion on what I think is the best order to take it. Of course, you can do something different if you prefer that, in the spirit of the holiday event here, and yeah, go from there. We'll still be taking regular questions and things like that. And if you are unfamiliar with the holiday event, the 12 Days of Camo was an event that went on leading up to this over the past 2 weeks or so. All of those camos are now unlocked, and they are available for purchase for the next 3 days at 5 hours from the original creation of this show, basically until Christmas, if you are interested in any of those holiday camos. And also, straight from the home screen, you can click on the new holiday items and bundle. The bundle's a really good deal. You get 8 different items. They all unlock account-wide, with the exception of the boost. and it's only $14.99 station cash, or discounted to $13.49 if you have the membership. I think it's well worth it to grab the bundle. But there are other ways to get the directive done, or unlock the hats, or what have you. But I'm gonna be doing mine today, assuming that you have the stuff from the bundle, because it might just take a little bit longer to get you started if you do not. Also today, real quick before we get underway here, they brought back 99 station cash sales for the daily sale for the members and non-members alike. So if you haven't hopped in game yet today, the AV Mana Turret for all players and the VS, NC, and TR Beret hats for members are all 99 station cash. Actually, the members one is 89 station cash because you get your discount still. So you want to be sure to hop in. They're almost freebies since they're 99 cents or less. Especially if you've got one of the double, triple station cash codes recently or something like that, and filled up your wallets. So you want to hop in and check those out, and over the next who knows how many days they're going to continue doing 99 station cash sales, so check back in the depot each day for that. Finally, if you go to the fifth thing here, happy holidays, see what's on sale today. Today the implants and chargers are on sale, all 50% off, and if it's anything like last year, they're going to do other 50% off category sales for additional items as we go. So again, be sure to check back each day, or if you follow me on Twitter or anything like that, I usually will tweet out what's going on. PS2 Daily Deals on Twitter is a really great one to follow for all sorts of things like this as well. That being said, I'm actually going to throw a polar bear decal code in the bottom of the screen to get this party started. So that'll be a giveaway for oh right, this is fully alphabetical now. For this bad boy, the ItZMuRdA armor and vehicle decal. And I'm going to throw a code in chat for that here momentarily. Just kind of randomizing some camo real quick. I'm also going to grab a VS holiday hat. So make sure you get your EXP from that. If you do buy them, if you do buy the hats out of the depot, you do get 50% bonus EXP. It's like having an extra boost. It's really, really well worth it. So much recommended there. Plus, you do need it to complete the directive tiers. So what I'm going to do is throw that code in chat right now for the first polar bear decal for tonight. I do give away at least one a week on this show each week, each Monday night. I will be giving away 2 tonight, plus the other giveaways as well. As I mentioned, I'm going to be doing something specific for the holidays this go around, so I'm not really going to be using specific items, if you will, or something along those lines, or playing specific classes. I'm just actually going to be playing for this directive to just show you how much of an improvement, I guess, it is over the Halloween directive, in that you can get it done in a fairly timely fashion. I'm just looking at the map real quick to see where I want to venture off into. I might just go to Tumas Cargo. Again, I kind of say this every week, but gray on my maps are friendlies, red, or 2 different shades of red, are my enemies. It's just easier for me to quickly recall and identifying friendly and foe, which targets are friendly, which targets are enemies. Yeah, those are solid questions. Throwback to the Alpha Squad camo, why not? So I'm going to go ahead, and this, like I said, is not a character I play often, so there are a few random things I'm just doing real quick to upgrade these, and then we can go, oh, whatever, we'll use enhanced targeting, why not? We can go 0 to 60 on the, you can use the Lumion Edge for fun. I'm going to throw C4 on, just because that is a huge part of the actual holiday directive here. I'm going to throw a commissioner on as well, since now they have 1x and 2x scopes, which is awesome. And oh, I thought this had ammo. Yeah, we can do some holiday tree gun camo. Why not? Up here, get my trusty Pulsar C, and we'll be ready to rock. I'll probably be playing light assault most of the time, largely due to the fact that C4 is a big component in the holiday directive. At least up front it is. last touch, getting the decal back on here. If I forget to do giveaways like, you know, quarter way through the show and whatnot, feel free to remind me, since we've got 3 more to do tonight. Alright, we are good to go. I'm going to see if... I was checking my instant action first to see if it'll take me over there. Oh wow, I like don't even have a loadout on this. Alright, we're going stock PPA Hornet Scythe. No time. I definitely don't expect to fully complete the holiday directive in the next 45 minutes, but I think it's pretty possible to get onto the last tier and well on its way from that. I usually don't Jabist, I got a triple SC during the recent one, so I bought the 30,000 station cash, the highest tier that you could, during the recent promotion. Compensator. It's totally fine to use, no problem with it at all. In fact, I used to use it with the Pulsar C a lot, but just since a carbine has relatively decent hipfire to begin with, baseline, I'd rather not use the compensator and have it detract from my ability to hipfire when I need to. So it's just a personal preference. I don't think ultimately it makes such a huge deal one way or the other. If you're more comfortable with it, that's fine, but I have a 1-day EXP boost over here. Why not? I've just chosen not to in the past. Yeah, also as Tavi said, you can compensate for vertical recoil pretty well on your own, manually, if you're familiar with the weapon especially. So Crazy Gamer, my PC specs are all linked down below my my stream. Oh right, I'm completely stock right now, I totally forgot about that. So what I'm going to do, since we're doing this directive, is try to grab a... There's a lot of guys on this roof, actually. Try to grab a C4 kill early on, since that will complete the first tier of the directive. It's the only thing you need to do is get 1 C4 kill to be completely, you know, all set, basically, on the first tier of the directive. And then you need 2 C4 kills to progress the you know, the C4 portion, basically, if you will, of that directive, the next part over, which I actually did already. So we're off to a really good start on that, which is why running light assault C4 I think is definitely advisable. And the first thing I would try to do, if you can, obviously don't fight it, but if you can, grab that first C4 kill, completely complete the the novice directive right there, right out of the gate. Get your 10 certs and move on to this one. I actually was able to follow up with a second C4, and I completed the second part of this, so right now all I need to do is kill 14 more people, since you're also getting credit for that with those C4 kills, and then I'll be done with the adept directive, you know, portion of it as well. So that's really the easiest way to start out, in my opinion. That could be because I have an affinity for light assault and C4 and whatnot, so I'm pretty comfortable doing that. Of course, you don't have to. If you wanted to take a more passive approach, you could, for instance, you know, hunt snowmen and get credit for killing them. I just think, personally, that I'd rather do the combat-oriented, you know, portions of ItZMuRdA of the directive first, because I can get them done faster and I have a little bit more control over them rather than relying on the RNG of snowmen spawn points and things like that. So that's my my suggestion on that. C4 first, and then C4 and just general kills second, and then when we get to the third part of the tier, you're going to see C4, general kills, and road kills probably being the route that I would take. If you're having trouble with the road kills, or if you're not too fond of vehicles in general, or if you just are not in a good fight for it and you want to go hunt some snowmen instead for your third tier, that's totally fine, and you can save the road kills for tier 4. The one thing that you don't really focus on at all is the golden snowman for golden snow manslaughter, because it's kind of just super RNG. If you happen to be hunting snowmen and you find a golden one, that's awesome. You basically get a free ticket to not having to do one of the other things for that tier. But it's not something you can rely on specifically as being confident that you'll find. So that's the one that you kind of skip out on, and if you happen upon it while working on the other ones, great. This base is pretty camped in, but it was a really good start for for the C4. If I was smart, I would have switched out the C4 for a medkit just until I progressed to the next tier of the directive, because there was a few times there on that last life that I reached for a medkit and I didn't have it because I still had the C4, which was really unnecessary. Of course, I don't have to continue playing light assault at this point. I could go infill or something else and pick up some kills like that as well, just to push me over to the 3rd tier. But then I would want to go back to light assault so I could grab my my C4 again. So I was gonna say, here's some people spotting me. Wow. Oh, he was shooting at me. Okay, I was like, this guy's not even shooting at me. I'm getting killed by the battle rifle or something, or the scout rifle. But he was. It's just a graphic bug. Shadespire has a small fight. I tend to look in general for medium-sized defensive fights where possible. I was thinking about going infill here, but I need 9 more kills. I could probably pick that up pretty easily one way or the other. It might be a little bit more efficient for me to actually set up an infiltrator loadout so that I have that capability whenever light assault doesn't feel as appropriate. Pretty sure that guy just got tossed, yeah. Just moseying on along here, getting a few extra kills for the second part of this. Fortunately, I don't know. That was not the directive update. That was the general light assault directive. Do have a. This is a little bit awkward here. We've got a few guys right next to us. Got a few more running this ridge line here. See, that's where I could really have used the medkit. It would have put me back where I needed to be. May have actually been able to kill him if I had a medkit on me there, so shame on me. What I am going to do real quick is pause. Just to get myself another loadout. Obviously, if you were doing this, you would have your loadouts all set already, but switch back over there. Never know what I actually unlocked on this character.
Victory is at hand.
Alright, just about. Gonna throw our helmet on, and we're more or less good to go. Although, I definitely have pushed these guys back a bit here, so.
We've successfully defended the facility.
I don't know if hunting this guy down is. No, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure he's gonna die real easily. He might still be in there. A lot of guys up on this ridge, but got way more friendlies than enemies, so gonna hunt them down pretty easily, I think. Or me, for that matter. Oh, a sniper rifle, okay. I was like, what? That was really fast for a mercenary. I wonder if one of these guys is gonna res me, or if they're just gonna float around. Oh, Zardos. Good man. Ay, ay, ay. Not surprisingly. 12x. You got the patience to unlock the moonshot, though. Just waiting to get sniped again. Little extra ballsy at the moment, just in the middle of a field as an infiltrator here, but I'm using the Artemis automatic scout rifle, which fills this particular role quite well, I think, for when you're at this sort of a ADS range against folks. Really? Ay, ay, ay. Well then, that takes me to my next point, which is I need to outfit a harasser really quickly. I actually wish that I had this already outfitted because it's going to be a bit of an issue that I don't, since that Sunderer might die beforehand here. But I did just complete the second tier of that objective. I have the harasser holiday bow, which is perfectly acceptable to use as the, I'm just going to run composite for this purpose, perfectly acceptable to use as the means of getting credit for running people over for sleigh ride, which is the portion of the directive that you're going to want to do once you reach the third tier, like I just did here. Don't really want to mess with all these vehicles that they have. I don't know if that AMS is still over there, but AMSs, especially in some sort of a fight where they're out in the field a little bit, and you know you can get credit for those Mo kills, is something you want to do basically as soon as the opportunity is available to you once you reach the third tier of the directive. So once again, I'm not sure if they're still out there or not, or if we've pretty much killed them off. Yeah, it looks like they are. Unfortunately, we over-jumped that way too much, and there's a Vanguard right here. So, no dice there at all. I'm surprised that they weren't marked. I guess I should have just made a mental note of that myself, because I was planning on actually coming in on them, but instead we jumped right over them. Not to worry, this character should be able to pull them pretty frequently, as long as I don't get mowed down by these guys, which is quite possible. What I had wanted to do was go north before, and I decided to go south because I thought, you know, it would be helpful when time was of the essence, but I'm thinking perhaps going north would have been a better route after all. It's too exposed to tanks going south. This isn't of course a perfect situation. I actually had a really good fight at Auraxis during one of these where there was Sunderers for days that I just kept running people over at. This one we're pretty exposed to these tanks. Vanguard sees me again. Can pick up a few there. Great. The Hills of Amherst don't exactly make for the best of mowing in the first place, I find. And of course the Vanguard has a hard-on for me because that's what tanks do. But I think we picked up 3. Yeah, 3 for sleigh ride, and then you also obviously get the 3 for season's beating, so that's why if you can do the C4 and the road kills first, you're kind of better off in my opinion. But as with many things in PlanetSide, it can be really hit or miss just depending on the fight at hand. I see those mines. Managed to dodge them, but the Enforcer's still hitting me. But yeah, it can be really hit or miss just depending on the fight that you're in at that point in time. Much less being hit or miss just because roadkills are hit or miss in general. This is like kind of a joke, but seeing what sort of road kills we can get here. Oh, that's what that was. A few guys with rocket launchers. Nonetheless, you kind of get the idea. I mean, the roadkill part of it is a little goofy if you're trying to rush to get it done really quickly, but it's certainly possible. Trying not to hit these mines that are here. Could have hit that infiltrator, but it's in a little bit of a spot. Trying to avoid that harasser. Oh, the mowing mechanics are wonderful, are they not? Should have killed both of those guys. But, of course, we didn't. Nonetheless, we can pick up a few extra kills. I ideally would have been an engineer. I just don't have any loadouts created on this character. But that would have made a lot more sense, of course, to be able to repair in a situation like that. I suppose I could just make one and throw helmet anywhere on it, such that in a similar sort of situation I'm not completely left for shit. You do want to make sure to keep your helmet on for any of the you know, parts of the objectives that you're doing, so that even if you're getting C4 kills or road kills or whatever, any kills that you do get still actually go towards the season's beatings portion. Wish we had a little bit more radar up at the moment, so I could have a better idea of exactly where these guys are at, as I probably do more damage to that max than the actual heavy that's up there. Still do have the Sunderer out, as well as the Vanguard, which is really my big problem. See if I could flank Mr. Vanguard a little bit. Grab a few of the people that are standing still, since that's one of the easier things to mow. Of course, we've got that guy with his rocket launcher causing us some trouble. Is that a sniper rifle? That's pretty funny. If it wasn't for that, pretty much that one Vanguard, I'm surprised nobody's killed it yet. We would have been done with that for quite some time. Trying to kind of weigh whether or not I want to go for some other kills and get them done a little bit faster, or continue pulling the harassers ad nauseum, just for any sort of mow kills that I can get, because the other ones are easy to come by. Yeah, that alone is welcome to vehicles in Planetside, I was gonna say. Can't even smash into a heavier vehicle. Though that's good, because there's a Sunderer there now, which I should have direct access to, as long as I don't get mauled by these vehicles. Or he's dead already, or he moved? What the fuck? Oh, he's up there now. Wonderful. Jesus. I really miss the old harasser. They made these things way too paper thin. I wonder if we even got credit for that or not. Or if no, we died first. So stupid. That should have been 2 more kills. Got the kills, but they didn't count as mowing, because who knows. Such is the frustration of trying to rush this sort of thing, yeah, of course. But ideally, if you weren't trying to get the entire 4 tiers of the directive done within an hour, you know, you'd want to do things that were a little bit more convenient for you to do at that point in time, and wait until you know, you had a really good situation to do whatever else in, if that makes sense. Even that guy, all 4 tires hit him right in the face, and I didn't even get any credit. It's pretty funny. Man, those small arms is just eating me up. Hey, we got that guy, upside down explosion, battle rank 17. Alright, it's gotta be worth something. Oh, you know what? I didn't even think of when you just said I'm really bad at it. I totally unlocked Racer instead of Scrapper just because I was like, oh, I want to go fast. But Scrapper is the chassis that I've always driven the Harasser with, so I think I'd have better luck like that. In my defense, at least. I'm still far from the best vehicle driver here. Now, if it was a Flash, I'd probably have significantly more luck actually running people over with the Flash, sadly. Oh, great. Bunch of aircraft up in the air now. Wonderful. Well, my life is ruined. It's a shame those two mows didn't count, or actually three of them that three people that I mowed over while I was exploding. Otherwise, we'd be at the next part of that at least already. What I will do is not take that res, but in the meanwhile, since they're now actually camped inside the base, doubt I'm going to get a great opportunity to do anything useful here with the roadkills. But what I might have the opportunity to do, be a little bit opportunistic here, since they're over this ridge line, and maybe get a few C4 kills on or about that Sunderer, or not at all. Yeah, I mean, I can give away another item here momentarily. I can give away the deep freeze snowball gun, which we haven't given away before, but it's holiday themed, so why not? When I die this time around, I will throw one of those codes at the bottom of the screen. And I've got some more stuff to give away in a little bit as well. So this is like, oh, okay. Those are the situations where you wish you could pick up your C4, but alas, you cannot. Just trying to see if I could line of sight that, but I figured better detonate it than die to it. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the screen is what we do over here. So there's the deep freeze code. I've got another polar bear decal and another whatchamacallit, NS11 carbine to give away still, which I absolutely will. When I do giveaways on my channel, which will be happening over the course of this week for the holidays, I take a little bit more time and actually use a randomizer and whatnot to do those. It's in a ticker on the bottom of the screen for you to retype. This is you know, quite a zerged base at this point in time. Not a whole lot of usefulness coming from it at this point, but I'm just sticking it out since we're going to lose it in 50 seconds anyway. Client side is strong with that one. Is it already dusk? Well, kind of was hoping that there would be some choke points, bottlenecks, or so forth for these guys, so I could get some more places to chuck some C4 into. It's just the downside of not having my medkit at the moment. Nice! World first Spitfire turret kill. See, these are perfect examples, because in all the first 20 episodes, I would preach why medkits are so amazing. And now in this episode, when I'm not using them, you can see all of the random little problems that befall you when you don't have a medkit, like Spitfire turrets killing you. important stuff, man. I'm just taking a look at some of these. I don't know if I want to go to one of those Wokook bases. They don't really have the magnitude just yet. That's always kind of an interesting, I don't want to say pitfall or problem, but just an interesting variable in doing these live shows, especially if you only have 1 hour a week that you do a very specific thing. Where sometimes, the other day I able to finish the entire thing in under an hour, including the snowmen and everything. Just bang bang, and then just sometimes depending on the empire and server that you're on, the fights are not in your favor. But that's all par for the course, I think. I just was hoping to give you guys a little bit of a insight into what's going on here, as well as my my choice for projected progression of the directive. So hopefully I helped at least one person out, or continue to help. We should be done with the 3rd tier. We will definitely be on the 4th tier of the directive, I'd say, by the time the show is over. But I won't get to the part with the snowman hunting, I don't think, unless people want to see that. But generally, it's not a crowd favorite to watch because it's fairly boring. But really, the only even remote usefulness there is just I've been doing ItZMuRdA since I find them to be the easiest to find on ItZMuRdA. Plus, I'm familiar with the spawns from doing them last year and whatnot, as well as the Halloween pumpkin hunt. So I always just fly around on ItZMuRdA, sticking relatively to the roads and near lattice lines and whatnot. And I think one morning, especially if you do it off-peak hours when you're looking for snowmen, one morning I was able to grab the 20 snowmen that I needed to complete tier 4 in like under 10 minutes, just that by itself. If you try, off-peak before work or before school or, what have you. But you can certainly do it at prime time too. It might just take a little bit longer. Man, I am lucking out today with some bullshit going on. Such is the life of a C4 user. Give me my medkits. Viper, if you're talking about the code that was on screen, it's a first come first serve, one-time use sort of code, just because that's the nature of how codes work with the SOE interface. So you would either input them at planetside2.com, log into your account, and go to enter activation code, or you could redeem a code in here in the depot section as well. Trying to see where any of these things might drop me. If that's what, in fact, you're talking about. But if I missed something, I apologize. This is often a bad idea to instant action right back into the same base that just got captured, because you're at a significant disadvantage and they're all kind of set up. I was kind of hoping to get both of them there, but no such luck. Doing kind of crafty, ridiculous stuff trying to get C4 kills in a hurry at the moment. Still do have one more C4 on me, if given the opportunity up here. Is that a person inside there as well? That guy's just eating claymores for breakfast. Well, it looks like we kind of cleared out the point room. I'm assuming they're going to be coming from this way. Though kind of surprised that they just completely got rolled over, so. Not sure that there's really going to be anybody to kill. Unfortunately, I still have a cooldown on my instant action, but I'm going to just hit the redeploy then. No real point, in my opinion, in waiting on base caps, especially if they're this long and there's nobody to shoot at. You can kind of do the quick mental math to see if you know, if you're close enough to capturing a base, if the EXP is going to be worth sitting around for. But generally, I move on to the next. You see me just checking out the reinforcements needed portion of the redeployment screen on the map there, just to see what the options look like. Not really a huge fan of any of them, honestly, as far as what the fights look like, but jumped into TI since there was 12 to 24 enemies, just kind of in hopes of there being some folks near enough to the base. And what it might actually mean is some road kills. I don't know that I'll be able to really do all that well with a harasser, given the presence of that prowler, but it's possible. So, can't hurt to try, if we can actually make it. Of course. I don't even think I had medkits, did I? Oh, I did! I was thinking I still had C4 in that setup. Would have benefited from trying to use it then. Looks like they're pushed back a bit, so that's unfortunate. But I'll see if I can't get any mows nonetheless. Oh, this is no good. Oh, great. Exactly what I wanted, to get stuck on the wheel of a prowler. And this is where that C4 would come in handy. Wow, he just shot both times and missed me. How is that even possible right now? Boy, I do some dumb stuff. Alright, so they do actually still have a few stragglers out there. I was thinking that it was over except for that one guy. That's why I kind of suicided into that prowler. I was just trying to run over the one dude for the objective. I wonder why I'm spinning out so much. That's not cool at all. As everybody gets flattened right before I get to them. This is phenomenal. Nope. Still no? Well, I don't think I'm going to do much with it at this point, because they're probably all back at the crown. Or at least that's probably their closest spawn point. Oh, just kidding, we have the crown, so then one of these bases. And unfortunately, what you have in PlanetSide 2 that you don't have in what you don't have in PlanetSide 2 that you did in PlanetSide 1 is that people actually spawned back at the next base on the lattice, because that was the intelligent thing to do most of the time, and continue the fight, whereas in here they're like, well, that fight's over, let's go somewhere completely different. So, hard to kind of predict that. Yeah, I mean, vehicle physics, with the exception of, sorry dudes, I'm not actually going anywhere at all. With the exception of the Flash, I'm not really all that great at driving in them. I don't know what they did to the harasser, because when the harasser first came out, I thought I was pretty damn good at driving it. Not to run people over, but to actually, you know, get my gunner in and out of dodge. But they've made some changes over time, and I'm not talking about nerfing the harasser to where, you know, it's more of a, you know, paper item these days rather than an actual vehicle made of more resistant materials. But just the handling and stuff, I feel like I'm spinning out and doing all sorts of things, but maybe I've just been out of the driver's seat for too long. I should just stick to the Flash. But the other day I did pretty good. I mean, this is the 4th time I'll be completing this directive now, so the other day when we were working on things, I thought I got through the sleigh ride portion of it a little bit more efficiently. Just kind of investigating what the heck's going on here. Seeing some guys over this railing, hoping to grab some of those C4 kills that are needed. And there they are. So we're done with the C4 section now of this portion of the directive, I believe, or did I thought I only needed 2. Did I finish both? Yeah. Okay, so I finished both seasons meetings and special delivery at the same time. If I either A, wasn't such a bad driver, or B, got credit for mowing those people before in situations where my vehicle exploded, I actually would be in a situation now where I'd be on the 4th tier of the directive. So such is life, such is PlanetSide. But I just need 2 more mowing kills, and we're only about, I'd say, 40 minutes into it. So not bad, I don't think, at least. I wanted to... I guess I could try to still pull a vehicle, since that's all I need. I'm going to forego everything else in favor of trying to mow 2 people. Take care, Precision. Thanks for hanging out, man. But, oh, here I was thinking that teleport room took me down to the vehicle pad, as well as whatever. I must have been thinking of a different base. Apparently, I never fight here, because I'm really bad at getting to the vehicle terminal. That's cool. Is it just flat out outside? Is there not like an easy way to access it for defenders? Am I crazy? I thought there was, you know, some sort of a tunnel that goes to it. Unless I'm just thinking about something else, because this is not very helpful. I mean, I'm not, there's no way I'm going to be able to pull a vehicle, obviously. This is like, I'm trying just because I have no reason not to try, but kind of ridiculous. Hey, we got one, and we managed to pretty much flip ourselves over. Oh, what? I didn't expect to die that fast. Maybe I got hit by a rocket too, or something like that. But that's the hilarity that we deal with sometimes. I was hoping to mow that guy upside down, but alas, I failed. Well, that's no fair. So, you know, if we had a base to the north, I would say that I could more easily probably mow somebody on the way back in, but I'm not so sure that that's the case. Maybe if I could get to Tumos, that'd probably be an easy mow. Crux, no, because I don't have a vehicle pad. It's actually a really decent fight for C4 and everything else. I just need 1 more mow to push me over. I'd say that's the, you know, maybe the one single most frustrating part of directives for me, is that you can't work on progress for anything else until you're at the next tier. And I'm pretty sure that's by design, but it's kind of, you know, pigeonholes you into doing something that is not necessarily fun or efficient, where I could be C4ing the heck out of all these guys. I'm sitting here trying to mow one guy, but such is life. I'm going to give away another polar bear code here in like 10 seconds, so be ready for that. Here it comes, if I can remember where I put it. And here we go. This is probably a suicide up from the next base. I was just thinking, hey, if I can actually mow one guy before vanguards kill me, I'll be in good shape. Not sure if that's going to be the case or not. And I still have an NS11 CP to give away that'll be given away probably in about 10 minutes or so when we close the show. Maybe I'll at the tail end I'll just check out the snowman portion of it. Oh good, that's exactly what I wanted to do, just get mauled by all these vehicles. There we go. And now if you notice, it does give you a holiday hat, and I am still trying to mow people because the next portion of the directive also requires completing sleigh ride. So what it does is it gives you a version of the Empire-specific holiday hat, but not with the EXP boost. So it's basically the same thing that you buy in the depot right here, but doesn't have the EXP boost. So you're paying for the EXP boost since you're buying with station cash, essentially. I guess that kind of makes sense to go in line with what they've done in the past. They probably didn't have to do that. They could have thrown a bone to folks who've completed that part of the directive like they did for Halloween, but it is what it is. So if you do already have the hat unlocked, you don't essentially get anything extra for doing that. But if you don't, you just get it as kind of a cosmetic item for the season. But anyway, I'm on this part. I actually managed to get 5 additional mows there, so you can kind of see how lucrative that actually was during that quick spree. I'm not sure if I'd luck out quite as much doing it again, but what I would do now that I'm on the next portion of the directive is actually just respawn in the base with you know, hoping for C4 kills and the like, since I need those again, basically. And then again, I would do the 20 snowmen once I'm done with all of this stuff, since it's, you know, completely separate, kind of takes you out of the combat, you know, sort of portion of the directives and whatnot. I think the best area that I found for this before was right here. Of course, those guys are all dead. But, you get the idea. I'm just trying to maximize the objective that you're working on, just really based on the fight that you're in more than anything. Guys right around this corner with some C4. That was kind of hilarious. Expected him to be down bottom, not up there, but whatever. So you kind of get the idea. And what I'll do at the very end of the directive is maybe just... I'm not obviously going to complete 20 snowmen in addition to all of this stuff at this point in time, but show you what I was talking about, and what basically I would be doing. But even at this rate, I'd say I'd be on, you know, on par to complete the entire directive from nothing to everything in under an hour and a half. So I mean, I guess we're probably at about 50 minutes now, maybe 50, since I've been doing it. And honestly, we're moving right along. We're not far off at all. We'll be done with the C4 one here probably really quickly. We really kind of should have been done with the mowing part of it already. Had a few that kind of bugged out, or whatever you want to call it. Was that all of them? I don't know if it was. Yeah, it was. Alright, so the C4 portion of it is done. That's not to say that you can't still C4 clumps of enemies and what have you just for the kills for the season's beatings portion of it. Because it's definitely not a bad idea. And what I might... we lost that Sunder, so I was going to say what I might suggest anyway would be to either C4 or sticky grenade to your heart's content. What I would do is grab sticky grenade bandolier normally for that sort of situation, although since we lost our Sunder it might be a little too late sort of a situation. But nonetheless. just really being a goofball with stickies at the moment. But kind of just going to show how fast it can be completed. I got, what, 7 road kills in that one ridiculous feat, and that's all I need to complete that portion of the of this tier, as well as 12 more kills, or I'm sorry, 22 more kills just in general at this point. Oh, where's my cover from the VS on my left? Can't really expect cover in this game, unfortunately. Seeing if we can't farm to our heart's content at the moment to pick up the rest of those kills at least. Unfortunately, they're kind of all more or less inside the larger parts of the base at the moment, so I'm probably not going to get the same sort of opportunity for the sleigh ride kills like we did before, but in the 45-50 minutes or so, I think we made reasonable progress. We're probably on par to finish everything but the snowmen in about an hour, and then the 20 snowmen, like I said before, could take, I don't know, I did it in 10 minutes in off-peak, but you could do it in under a half hour on-peak as well. So, just to give an idea of what that's about, I can really quickly hop on my guinea piggy tester observer cam blah 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 character, and since there's really only a couple minutes left on the show, just kind of give a general idea of what I would do in let me just turn off invert vertical fly. What I would do in hunting for the snowmen in general. Of course, I'd be in an ESF. If you want to go so far as to, throw on external afterburners, vehicle stealth, nose gun, and just like really maximize it, you can. You don't have to. But normally I would take to kind of going along with. Really depends on which warp gate I'm starting at, but going along with the road out of the warp gate. If I'm at this one up northeast, it's probably my least favorite, but I often will start out on this northern road, and there are a few out this way that are less killed sometimes. I usually end up, I kind of just developed paths last year when I was doing it for the snowman directive. Up through Manny. It really depends on your territory relative to enemy. So like if I was NC right now, I wouldn't obviously go all the way up into TR territory. I'd probably take the south loop and just do loops like this. Same with if I was TR, just kind of loop and use Freyr as kind of an anchor and do one of these guys. If I was VS, I'd go up to Jaegers and then come back and do like kind of a long loop over Ellie. Try to stay in your general friendly base area for what that's worth. And the more you do it, of course, you get more and more used to spawns. It's actually a little bit inconvenient in the observer cam at the moment, just because I have a first-person view as opposed to like the typical third-person that you have in aircraft. You kind of can see more. I'm a little bit tunnel visioned in over here. But if you do it at prime time like this, it's definitely harder to find them. I think they kind of run off of a spawn mechanic like they did last year, where they're better off peak. They're more plentiful, especially just having not found any yet. But it's totally doable. I did it when I got home from work the other day during prime time on one of my characters, but I certainly found more frequently in an off-peak sort of setting. Up here is definitely good. You can kind of go There's a lot of fighting in these areas at the moment, so probably means less snowmen as well. But just kind of doing these sort of paths. That's why I'd recommend doing it off peak if you can. Get the fighting parts of the directive done during peak times. But just to give you a general idea, sticking with the road, looking, you know, to the sides of it, as well as, you know, occasionally up on some sort of peaks and mountains and whatnot. But usually the majority of them will stay with the road, stay with the lattice, stay with the well-traveled areas, just because, like there's one for instance. And they're actually a decent chunk of EXP, especially if you find a gold one. But see if that guy bothers to even get it or not. Or get some harasser buddies. It's totally possible to do it in harasser or flash. I just recommend or prefer doing it in an ESF. I think it's more efficient, especially if you stay in friendly territory. You're not too likely to get killed while you're hunting for them. But that's kind of the gist of it. Thankfully, if you don't like, there's another one. If you don't like hunting snowmen, you can kind of put it off and only do the 20 for the last tier. If you do like it, do it early on instead of sleigh ride or something like that. If you're having frustrations with it, one way or another, it's all in good fun, and I think they did a pretty good job, especially comparatively to the Halloween directive. They learned a lot from that this year. So. Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and give away the NS11 CP Platinum Carbine right now and say goodnight shortly thereafter that until next week. So here's the carbine. Hope you enjoyed twice as many giveaways as usual this week, and do keep in mind that, as I mentioned, I'll be doing giveaways on my normal stream. By the way, free snowman on Emerald. Over here, if you're interested at the Traverse. Anyway, I'll be doing giveaways probably tomorrow night. I'll be streaming on my channel. I'll be doing, starting the Twitter giveaway that I'll be doing. I think I'll be doing like a 1500 station cash giveaway or something along those lines on Twitter, where it'll run for like 48 hours. You can follow and retweet, and the winner will be chosen probably Christmas Day or Christmas night, whatever, 48 hours from tomorrow night. And I'll PM that to you on Twitter, and then I'm also going to be announcing in more detail the giveaways that I'll be doing on Twitch this weekend, which will be pretty plentiful. I'll be giving away at least probably one t-shirt, one hat, maybe a couple dog tags, you know, some more digital items like the snowball guns and, you know, whatever else I can scrounge up. That'll definitely be happening probably Saturday night, if I had to guess, but I will know for sure tomorrow night, and I'll let you guys know, and you can you know, stay posted with that. Grats, Dipristic. Those giveaways that I'll be doing on my channel and on Twitter, I'll be using an actual randomizer to, you know, as fairly as I possibly can pick a name out of a hat, essentially. I'll be doing that. You guys can tune into that. ItZMuRdA.com is my, you know, redirects to my stream, and it'll, you know, down below it has links to all the other social media, but I'll put those in chat as well, in case you are interested in checking out the stream or Twitter, or, you know, just kind of keeping up with me there. Just follow those to stay in touch and stay in the know, and to, you know, be eligible to win the giveaways that are coming up this week. And I will see you guys around, hopefully on my channels, but if not, then right here next week, December 29th, 2 days before the new year, over at 9:30 Eastern, twitch.tv/PlanetSide2. So you guys have a terrific holiday season right here, and I will see you again right before the end of the year, if not sooner, on my channel. Happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great night.